Sorry. Oh, good riddance. Sorry, that was rude. Are we good? Nibbles. Nibbles has moved in. Nibbles is a squirrel. Well, it's gonna just keep moving around from annoying acre to annoying acre, apparently. Until something happens like last time. Also, it's still snowing. Can I complain? Can I complain? Please? I want to get gyroids. I swear, it's been snowing or raining for like 5 days now. And it's supposedly only a 10% chance, so I don't understand. Anyway, it's Officer's Day. So let's grab this thing. Police model. I guess police station model is what I always was thinking it was, but it's just the police model. Because that's probably too long of a name. Okay, is he gonna say anything else? Okay, he did give us one other thing. Alrighty, cool. So let's mark that off. Police model. Police. Police model. I was like, where is it? Am I blind? No, it's there. Actually, yes, I am blind. Sorry, that is the correct answer to the question. Also, look at that. Our coconut tree is ready. So that's cool. That's exciting. I mean, look, I can get some of this stuff now real quick. Doesn't hurt to grab some of the fruit. I'm gonna check the beach, and then I will go to my house. Again, we're looking for Gulliver. Wasn't here yesterday. Still relatively early on in the week. Alright, cool. So there is a sale today, so nothing's gonna happen with that. This is looking a little bit more full than usual. I think we have like, what, 3 flowers? Yeah, okay, whatever. The shirt's the only thing I care about, because technically I think it could be something new. Fall plaid shirt. Hold on a second. Alert the media. That is new. I am not joking. There's a reason I wanted to keep the Lost and Found free. Because it could pull common group shirts, such as the fall plaid shirt. Now, I think I only need one more fall shirt, and I believe it is a rare shirt. So, in theory, Lost and Found, who cares? Lost and Found, never heard of it, you know? No, Lost and Found, my best friend. If I go to my working reference sheet, that's what I've called it, because it's not really great. Where's fall? Fall. Noodle shirt. Okay. So the noodle shirt is the only one we need. So if I go to my mega sheet, you can check that out. Okay, so like, see, things here are getting a little cramped. Actually facing this way in my town. So yeah, I want to make like a full thing here eventually. Obviously. I don't know if it makes sense to go in the basement or what, but who cares? Okay, so I'm gonna go to the clothing tab, and then we look at the noodle. Noodle shirt is B. Now if I reference my notes. clothing, my rare group is B. So yeah, we are only missing a rare shirt right now. So I'm happy that we got the fall plaid shirt. That's good, you know? Conga drum. Do I need furniture for anything? Maybe. I don't know. We'll just do that, right? Who cares? What's the worst? Cause, you know, no problem there. Anyway, so yeah, we do need a rare shirt. So that's the only thing we need now. We only need a rare shirt for fall. So we're down to one more shirt. We have not got a new shirt in forever. We have about 2 weeks to get the last shirt. I don't know if it's gonna happen. If I had to guess, I would say it's not gonna happen. I've only completed 1 season. But, like, I've technically only played 2 full seasons. And, I mean, like, I completed the 1 season without even having Nookingtons, which is kind of crazy. And then I upgraded to Nookingtons last season, and it didn't end up happening. So I was like, dang. Well, that was halfway through the season, so it was like half and half. But it still wasn't enough to get everything. You know, I'm pretty happy though. Like, even if we don't get everything, if we get all the common stuff and it's only the rare stuff left, then, like, yeah, a sale could help, but I mean, like, the sales don't seem to, like, help. Did I actually check what this sale was? Or did I just read that there was a sale and I went, ah, there's a sale, ooh. I think that's what I did. It's probably furniture. I literally don't think I was paying attention to what it was, like, saying it was a sale for, which is crazy. No, not this one. Oh, wait. It is a clothing one. Huh. Okay. Well, looks like I need to show up for that just in case. Because as I just confirmed, the one shirt I need for this season is a rare shirt. So it would be beneficial to try and get it today. Because then I'd be done with this season. And we'd have 2 seasons that were done. And that would be super cool. And I'd be really happy about that. Anyway, those are both at ending in 4, so that's cool. Gyroids again, it's been 5 days of rain or snow. Apparently, actually, sorry, I should say, it's a 10% chance of either at this point. So it's a 1 in 5 chance. I was saying like a 10% chance, but no, it's 2 10% chances. So really, it's a 20% chance of weather, but I hit that 5 times in a row, when it's a 1 in 5. Again, 5 times in a row when it's a 1 in 5. Still kind of crazy, but not as crazy as I made it out to be the other day. Alright, let number... Sorry, I don't, that seems like the correct sound effect here. Oh boy, oh boy! This is actually good, though. This is, okay. Me when I say that me when I make money and I say, don't worry guys, this is good. Of course it's good. What am I talking about? No, I mean, I do have some plans later on in the week that would be like a little bit awkward if I don't sell now. So it's a good thing I'm selling now. That's where I'm going with that. Okay, so those are November tickets. Again, the ticket situation, a little out of hand right now. But okay. Alright, so I did take some time yesterday to, like, move stuff. So we have 10 of the 26... Oh, wait a second. What am I doing, you fool? 840. You have 15 times 100 times 840. That is not how math works. 5 times 100 times 840 is 420k. Divided by 5 times 6. 504. Okay, so normally I can sell 6 at a time. This is what I'm getting. But right now I have cash on me, so I can't do that. So as long as I have As long as I have less than like 50k. As long as I have 50k free, I'm like fine. Cool. So where do I have money to drop? Is there anywhere I can drop money right now? That makes sense. I feel like I need to clear out some space first, to be honest, but I can go to the museum immediately. We can fix this. So this will be... Okay, so that is 9. And then we do 6. Like that. Okay, great. Now we just need this stuff. Okay, so if I do that, we're good. And then we have the acre above us, which is empty, right? No, this one is not empty. It has turnips in it. So I guess let me start on that. Anyway, so this is good. This is like best case scenario. We should hit the halfway mark today, so that'll be a cool milestone. I'll be happy about that. And then we'll be good for the rest of the week, which is nice because, like, again, I did a big stream on Friday. Or sorry, I did like a big stream on Thursday to sell. Friday for the island. I did another one on Saturday for the island. And then Sunday, I had my turnip stream. And then now we have this extra space. So thank you, Pom Pom, for getting out of here. That's convenient. And I just have to drop a block here and then we're good. So yeah, and then, yeah, yesterday was like a lesser stream. But like, most streams were at least 2 hours. Like, it's Thursday. Except yesterday was like 45 minutes. Which is still like, you know, whatever. Because like, there wasn't really anything going on. I just did work, you know? I did a lot of work yesterday. I was cleaning up. And I would have cleaned up more today, but without the spikes, so we don't have time for that. But that's obviously okay. Like, oh no, I have to sell and make money. What a shame. I mean, obviously I can just do this. Okay, so like that's getting there. And if I take all this, we'll be like good. I don't know, I'm just focusing on like trying to replenish money first. It's always what I like to do first, you know? The more of that we can get done now, the better, is what I think. So that's like 2 more inventories there, which makes sense. I think there was 4 there total. So that'll like account for 12, and then it's like basically just like here and here. I guess it's a little bit easier for me to like drop stuff because I don't need to like... I don't know, it's fine. Let's just do that for now, and then maybe I could... I don't know. But yeah, I'm really happy about this. This is super cool. Like I said, it gives us a break for the rest of the week. Like, you know, today was like our big thing, like, oh, I gotta get the thing for Officer's Day. You know, that's obviously a big deal. That's like the last thing for 2 weeks. And the next day is in 16 days, right? Harvest Festival. So, like, that's cool. We get like 2 weeks where we don't have to worry about anything aside from turnips and then whatever else I want to do. Like, I do want to get things in a better state. I've been cleaning up. So I'm just gonna stick with it. But yeah, the bank account should go up like almost 30 mil. I think I'll make like 29 mil this week. And I guess it's slightly faster to sell because we're selling 6 at a time. the only thing about buying like smaller amounts, you know, you can kind of sell faster-ish. It removes a couple of trips, maybe, depending. I mean, obviously, if you buy a lot less and you're selling like 9 at a time, yeah, that shrinks. You know, one inventory is 3 trips if it's like near max price, but if you're dealing with low prices like that, then it's like, oh, it's 2, less than 2 actually. But yeah, we would have got things in a better state if we had more time, but like, you know, we just do what we can, right? Like I did some prep stuff for turnips yesterday and it's paid off with, you know, as many inventories as we had moved already. So like that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just getting this done and then not worrying about it. I played a pretty good amount of Dave the Diver yesterday. I've been enjoying it. I got to see Godzilla, which was fun. It's a good game. It's like getting kind of crazy. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot going on. Like they do like little events, and I just had like the tuna event, and I caught like so much tuna beforehand. I made like 20k, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot of money. So I bought like a decent amount of upgrades. But I feel like I need like so much money right now, so the upgrades just keep getting more expensive. But if I can pull off like 19k days like that, but that's during an event, so maybe like maybe a little bit less under normal circumstances. But I could still probably get a decent amount with the tuna. But then you get like they get the fish farms going. There's just so much. They just keep introducing new mechanics. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, well, are they gonna stop at any point? Okay, so this is good. That acre's good now. So that's cool. Let's go down here to the museum. We still need 7, so we're not quite there yet. But we can drop a few more. Okay, so museum's almost there. And this one is there. However, there's still 2 inventories of turnips left to bring back. So once you grab that other one, this will be clean. And then we have the other one down here. Man, I can't believe this. I mean, this is... Based on this week's a little weird for me, so I'd say this is arguably the best day for this spike to happen. Probably. I guess yesterday would have been okay too, but like tomorrow's probably not the best, and then Thursday's definitely the worst this week, and then Friday's always like, Friday never happens, but if it did, I could probably make it work unless I bought a lot, or if there was a sale, or if there's some other funky thing going on. I guess, like, I'm trying to think. How I should do this. Trying to be efficient here. I mean, if I'm already at the post office, this is going to be, like, the closest I would be to this acre. C1. So I can just, like, run down here and clear out where the money's going to go. And then bring this stuff back for now. I guess like when I bring stuff to the store, I try to bring the stuff that's furthest from the store within the acre, but maybe that's not the best plan. Maybe I should like clear out where the money usually goes. Because if I do that, then it makes it easier for me to drop money there. But it's fine. Anyway, this is going to take, I don't know, close to 2 hours probably. Not 100% sure. It could go a little bit faster. Like, I was streaming. The turnip section was approximately 2 hours on Sunday. But it's not as simple as that, right? It's like I spent a lot of time looking for Joan. I would say I spent like an hour and a half buying. If we're selling at like 6 in inventory, it might go slightly faster. But yeah, this will still take like probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. Maybe an hour and 45 is the safest estimate. But then we're good, and I don't think I'll do anything else, but I guess I will show up later to check the store. So maybe I could do a couple things then, so it's not just like a 2-minute stream. I don't know, I'm undecided on that. For now, I'm just gonna focus on the turnips, and then we'll see where we're at. But yeah, I know I was saying like, oh, I want to leave money out for red, but like, do I? Does it make sense to leave money out? Or should I just take money out from the bank as I need it? Or should I like set up deposits of money around town closer to the date? As is, I have like 1 mil outside, right? So is it worth leaving money elsewhere? Because I don't really have anywhere to put money in mind right now. Like, maybe a couple places I could add more. But nothing jumping out. I don't have like the space for it right now. So I mean, I could also wait for a spike closer, but that is assuming that a spike happens again, right? Like, sure, I got 2 spikes in a row right now, but you know, we only have there's 2 Sundays left before sale day, right? The 16th and the 23rd. So obviously the first one, we're good. We'd have that full week if it happened. But the 23rd, well, okay. Realistically, I guess we're still fine. The week of the 23rd could be a little awkward, though. I'm just gonna say that now, right? Like, who knows about next week? Whatever, right? Whatever happens, happens. But the week of the 23rd, that's when we have the Harvest Festival and Sale Day. With the Harvest Festival being on Thursday and Sale Day being on Friday. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I bought a boatload of turnips and it lined up on the Thursday or the Friday, that would be not great. You know, like if I was to get a spike that week, I would prefer it to be before all that. Otherwise, like, we're dealing with both, and that's gonna be a nightmare. And I do have to replenish that acre too. So it's like C1 and D1. And then this acre... Oh, that's a lot of weeds. Get rid of those. Yeah, this acre needs all of its money back. But the museum's almost there. And that one's good. Am I really one short? It's kind of lame. I'll just take more from here. But yeah, okay, so like, we're hitting our goal today, I guess. Hopefully. I mean, well, we've hit the goal. It just isn't all in the bank, but that's fine, you know? Forgot to mention, the other day, I actually got the last villager, or whatever you want to call it, in Pocket Camp. Yeah, that finally happened. I don't even remember, when did I start playing Pocket Camp again? June? July? See, I was a fool, right? They're like, we're gonna discontinue the paid updates, we're gonna make it a paid one-time purchase game, whatever. And I said that in January. And they're like, hey, there's an introductory deal. And I was like, whatever, right? I said those sounds, I made those sounds, whatever. And then they sent me an email being like, hey, if you don't get it now, your save data is gonna go bye-bye. And I was like, darn, they got me. So, moral of the story is, I don't know why I didn't just pay the half-price intro offer. I scammed myself out of like 10 bucks. Oops. But I've been playing since then, so I think that was like late June. So like I went through a lot of time like trying to get all the characters, but now I have all the characters finally. Okay, that's the money in those 2 acres settled, but I still have more than I need to drop, so we're going to the museum. I was actually double checking it yesterday. Um, there's 16 items, I think, that you get from secret codes. So there's like 11 Nintendo items, I think. I think it's like the bench, and then 10 Mario themed ones, and then the other 5 are all NES games. It's like, wow. 5 NES games are locked behind codes. Kind of crazy. So I feel like I have most of them at this point. Maybe there's one I'm missing that I'm not thinking of. But it's pretty easy. Pinball. I think pinball's the only one. Because, like, Clue Clue Land D, that's a code. Donkey Kong 3 code. Donkey Kong Jr.'s a code. Yeah, Punch Out is a code. Soccer's a code. Yeah, I think it's literally just pinball. I assume pinball is a red item. Yes, pinball is a red item. So yeah, I'm interested to see. I did a little bit of looking into for the spawn rates of large bass, and normally it's only ever going to be a 6% chance. So technically, if I'm during the like not great hours of the fishing tourney, it's going to be at 10%. But if it's in the like bordering hours, then it would be at 20%. And if I was here at that point, it'd be good. But in order to do that, I would need to like load the game again, or just wait a very long time, which is not happening, and that would affect turnips. However, I guess I don't want to do it, but I guess the one option is that I could like buy turnips and then just leave the game running until like 4 and then fish, but that's not really my style. And then if anything happened, or if there was a power outage or something, all my turnips would go bye-bye. So I don't like that. Don't like that one at all. So I don't know. I guess I just have to suffer and hope that I get like extras next week. And because yeah, I don't know. If I get a new thing each time, it's gonna be huge. Because it could give us raffle stuff, or it could get us even closer to red, and then maybe sale day won't be as bad, or it'll be terrible because there'll be like so few items that I won't get new things all the time. But I don't know. We'll just wait and see, because that could be very interesting. You know, like if I start sale day and it's like, oh, you have most of the stuff. And then most of the time you're just trying to get a couple items and it's like, oh, this can take forever. But yeah, I mean, obviously we'll just see what happens, right? Like if I spend hours and I don't get it, I might have to just give up. But yeah, I think we're making good progress today with the turnips. I mean, we're 43 minutes in. I probably started after like close to 10, so or at least half an hour into this. I think I've got most of the money sorted out except for like 1 acre, maybe? I mean, like this acre obviously is good. One below is good. So I think it's really just the one other one. Oh, I haven't even mentioned it yet. Silly me. The Pikmin 4 update came out today. So previously, they just randomly dropped... I mean, sorry, I gotta, like, back up a bit. So they, like, posted that weird, like, animated short, and the fake fans outed themselves and tried to tell them that, oh, this is the movie, it's Galaxy, that's just Rosal. Those people are silly, to put it nicely. Because you can very clearly hear Pikmin music in the video. Anyone who's a real Pikmin fan would know. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, like, Pikmin fans, much like Pikmin can't be seen. We are small, invisible to the naked eye, only seen through your smartphone on Twitter. Get it? Like, okay, that's what they said in Pikmin Bloom. Now, I'm gonna out myself. I've not played Pikmin Bloom. I've considered it, but, like, I don't walk much, and then, like, I don't like... It was annoying, okay? I played Pokemon Go when it came out. Like, that's just a battery drainer. It's annoying. Phone battery is already bad enough. I don't want to just, like, eat it up by playing Pikmin. Also, though, I was like, you know, when I was in Japan, I was like, oh, should I have got Pikmin Bloom? Is there exclusive stuff only in Japan? So, like, I don't know, maybe next time, if there's something like that, then I'll do some research and maybe consider it. But for right now, it doesn't matter. But, you know, they showed that trailer, and people were like, oh, Pikmin, cool. And then, you know, people were talking about Pikmin again, and then, was it last week or the week before? I don't remember. I guess it was before November, right? This was before the Animal Crossing news, so maybe it was like 3 weeks ago, because it said November, and if it was after the Animal Crossing news, it would have been in November, and that would have made no sense. Or did they say November? Did they just say it's coming soon? I don't remember. Anyway, they dropped this trailer out of nowhere. And, I was pretty happy. I was like, oh cool, they're adding difficulties. That gives me a reason to do like a fierce difficulty playthrough. I would 100% do that. There's a way to skip the tutorial on day 1. Can I get an... Like, hello? Pikmin tutorials? Kinda rough. Just gonna throw that one out there. I think it's pretty sweet that they're thinking about speedrunners or people who have already played and don't want to deal with 5 million cutscenes. I mean, Pikmin 4's tutorial is probably the worst of the bunch. Pikmin 1's like whatever, you do your day, it's like pretty standard. Like, it's whatever, right? You know, you can excuse it because you like get a treasure. It's not like, but I mean, you get a treasure in all of them. What am I talking about? Anyway, no, I mean, like Pikmin 1 is easy. Like, you get the thing, you build up your numbers. It's a pretty standard day. Pikmin 2, you gotta like do whatever stuff. Okay, cool. Pikmin 3, also like longer because you gotta like do a bunch of switching. But I feel like Pikmin 3 is more across like different days. And then Pikmin 4, like, oh my gosh. Dialogue. Holy yappa moly. That's what I have to say to that. So having an ability to skip and start from day 2 after doing all that stuff, pretty sick. I'm pretty happy about that. That's pretty cool. And then there's also some sort of like rollover feature where you can like start a new file with your save. I don't know what that means. I've tried to look into it, but I haven't looked into it too much. But that's the thing. Also, they have like the decor Pikmin, which you can transfer to Pikmin Bloom, and like, of course, I want to see a red Pikmin wearing like a little ladybug outfit. Like, of course, why wouldn't I want to see that? It's adorable. But they also have an auto lock toggle. Now, as someone who frequents Twitter, I have seen that auto lock is probably one of the largest complaints for Pikmin 4. Aside from the dog in the room. Get it? Not the elephant in the room, the dog in the room, because everyone complains about Oshi making the game too easy. Now, I will admit, I had a lot of fun with Pikmin 4. I will also admit, Oshi's pretty OP. But that didn't, like, detract from my... Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, it didn't really detract from my enjoyment. Like, they still have, like, the Sage Trials and like all that extra stuff, and it's just like fun, you know. There's a lot going on. It's good. But you could also like not use Ochi if you could like limit yourself, or you could not upgrade them. Like there's things you could do. So I'm curious how like I'm curious what the balancing is in the fierce difficulty, right? That's kind of where I'm at. I saw a clip recently, earlier today, and it was like a fiery blowhog attacking ice Pikmin, and the ice Pikmin just like vanishing. Essentially. But like I should be weak to fire, right? So I don't know. Like I don't know how serious that is, because that like it was crazy fast. I don't know if it's like an insta kill or what, but like ice Pikmin are like super OP, so if we made them like weak to fire, that might compensate. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm legitimately considering playing Pikmin 4 again. But it's like, I have so many games that I need to play right now. It's like, yes, let me take time to replay this game. Ha 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 ha. I mean, to be fair, it probably wouldn't take as long, right? Like, I've already played it before. I could just kind of, like, blitz it. But I also probably, like, I feel like I should do a no rewind fierce difficulty thing, you know? I feel like that would be the most interesting thing. But I also feel like maybe I should stream it. I feel like streaming Pikmin 4 on Fierce, having played it already, and doing like a no rewind run would be pretty sick. So I'm considering that after. I mean, I was considering, but now I'm considering it more because, like, you know, do Fierce turn off auto aim or whatever you want to call it. Because, like, that will make it considerably harder. Because, yeah, obviously it's just lock on and you throw, but here you're going to have to, like, aim and all that stuff. And, like, I guess, like, that's why I kind of like Pikmin 2 the most. I like Pikmin 1. The premise is great. My childhood memories with it are horrifying at times. But I had a lot of fun. And then Pikmin 2 is just peak. It's Pikmin. Pikmin 2. And then 3, you know, people, like, when 3 came out, people were complaining about 3, and, like, I bought it, and then I never played it. And I only got around to it within, like, the past 5 years, I think. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that, like, you could, like, send your captains to, like, go places and then swap to the other ones. Like, I think in, like, the I don't know, is that the macro level? Or I think on, like, a different level, it like, scratched a different itch, because you're like, oh, if I, like, send this person here. Because, like, before, you're like, oh, I have the 2 squads, do this stuff. But here, you're like, okay, send this one here, send this one there. You know, like, you can go even crazier. So I thought that was fun. I enjoyed that. And then 4, like, yeah, you have 2 people, you can do the same kind of thing when there's just so much more going on. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with 4. Ice Pikmin are great. They're super fun. It's just Pikmin 2 too. How could I complain? So yeah, I am considering going back to that at some point. I think it would be fun to do a fierce difficulty run without auto aim and no rewinds. I will probably do it at some point, and maybe it would be fun to stream. I think that would be a good streamed game. I don't like to stream games that I haven't played before most of the time. You know, most of the time I want to get, like, my first experience, and I want to, like, have it, and I don't want to have, like, anything external to worry about. You know, like, when I'm streaming, it's like, oh, do I have enough file space on my computer? Are there people talking? Am I gonna miss something because I'm talking? You know, like, I'd rather just experience it for what it is. Animal Crossing's a little different, because, like, with this Animal Crossing Hello, I can handle that. Not like things are happening all the time, and, like, yo, you can't blink and miss anything. But yeah, I think it would be cool to do that with that. Like, yeah, like I said, I like to do, like, second runs or, like, harder playthroughs after I've already cleared the game, so I know what to focus on and I don't have to worry too much. And it's a shorter experience, so it's, like, better, kinda. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. So I think that would be cool to do at some point in the future. But like I said, I have a lot of things I have to do right now. I keep buying games, and I'm not playing as many as I'm buying. The ratio is ruined. I mean, to be fair, I don't buy that many games on Steam. Like, I know, like, there's the whole meme about everyone's Steam catalog, like, being ridiculously large and the backlog's crazy. I don't think I do that. I think my Steam catalog is, like, not too bad. I usually tend not, like, Steam sales get so good. They go so deep. So why would you play a game, or sorry, why would you buy a game unless it's already at a really good sale, unless you're planning to play it, you know? But then when I see those sales, I'm like, it'll get this sale again. You know, I can wait. So, it just doesn't make sense a lot of the time for me, personally. So I don't have that many. Like, I do have a short list. I have 2 short lists of games that I've bought that I want to play and get to. But, like, some of them have been free. Some of them are, like, bundles. Some of them are, like, super big deals. Like, but it's not, like, that crazy. I feel like most people have hundreds, and I don't have that many. But now I'm buying lots of retro games. And that's affecting it. But again, as I've said this in the past, some of the retro games I've been buying have been games that I've already played and beat in the past, like as a kid or whatever, but I never owned them. So I'm trying to own those again. So if I want to, like, I need to take the time to go through everything I've bought recently and say, okay, what do I actually want to play? What have I already beat? Like, of this list, what should I prioritize? That kind of thing. Like, I bought Pokemon Arceus, which is a part of the spree, and, like, that technically doesn't count, but it does count. So, like, I did that. So, like, gotta get to that. I also bought Pokemon Snap, but I don't know when to do that. Like, right now, it's like this Pikmin update came out, but I'm not worried about that. Sailing and Old School RuneScape drops next week, and I know I have to play that day. And then Metroid Prime is coming up pretty soon. So I will be playing that. So, like, right now, I'm working on Dave the Diver, which I bought a couple months ago. I bought it this year. So that's what I mean. Like, you know, I try to be picky and choosy, because I know if I wait, like, there's no point in owning things if I'm not going to play it in the near future, because, like, the deal will come back. But, like, usually, like, you know, I guess, like, I look like a couple months ahead. But it really depends on, like, what's coming out, right? Like, Bonanza was out, and then Silksong was a thing, and I guess this year's been a little weird, honestly, with, like, the releases. Other years I've had better schedules. This year, it's like the releases are all over the place, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then I'm buying all these games, and it's taking up a lot of time. I'm like, yeah. Like yesterday, I bought, probably at least a month ago, I bought like Game Boy Color or Game Boy Game, like cases, the dust covers, whatever you want to call them. Finally, yesterday, I was like, yeah, I should clean these things so I can put my games in them. I ordered them online. They weren't in like bad shape or anything. I just figured, yeah, I might as well clean them since I haven't had them. You know, they've been out in the world, in the wild. I like to clean things, okay? Basically, like, most of the stuff I've bought, I've cleaned to some degree. Games, like, the game, like, it depends. Like, cartridges, like, usually I haven't had to clean them. Sometimes I've had to clean the PCB because I can't get it to read. I don't know. I never had an NES growing up, and, like, man, those games are finicky. Like, obviously, like, I'm aware of, like, blowing on cartridges. Like, I'm not that young, okay? I still did that with my N64 or with, like, the controllers, obviously, like, even up into the GameCube, you know? Like, I'm aware of it. Just with the NES, it's like, man. Sometimes I do it, like, 3 or 4 times, and it, like, starts working a little bit better, but 9 times out of 10, it's like, I gotta just, like, open it up and clean it. So yeah, it's cool that the Pikmin 4 thing's coming out, but I really need to make a list. I just feel like I'm taking on too many things at once. Like, I have all these, like, games I've been cleaning them, it's in, like, better shape right now, but I do have orders that will show up at some point, and that'll ruin everything, and the progress I've made will appear erased. But obviously I am making progress. But, like, it really just depends on, like, how I keep buying things, you know? Just depends on the rate at which I buy things. Because, like, if I start slowing down, then sure, we'll be in better shape. But again, like, there's only so many games that I want, right? Like, there's a bunch of Xbox 360 games that I bought digitally, which I've now bought physically, so, like, in theory, the more I buy, the less there is for me to buy, and it'll be, like, slower. Like, you know, I got a bunch of, like, Xbox 360 games in one auction, so, like, that was good, because that helped me get a bunch of the ones I didn't have. And obviously, like, as I, like, look, I'll be like, oh, this is the game? Sure, I want to get that, but, like, I just feel like, you know, I've cut down, I've expanded the collection a lot, and a lot of the ones that, like, I'm aware of that I want are probably on the pricier side, so I'm less likely to buy a bunch of those all at once, unless some guy has auctions for Leaf Green and Fire Red and some other games, and I just happen to go crazy and get all of them. I got it at a good price, though. Also, don't talk to me about Soul Silver. That was I just did a thing, okay? I don't know. Oops. I just unintentionally said that I did a thing. I'm showing my age. Oops. Okay, I was 1 off that time. That's annoying. Okay, so we can drop that there. Look at that. Okay, so that's not even all we need there. That's most of what we need there. And okay, now we're good with the museum. That's it for the museum. Great. That's good. We like that. I guess there's still 2 inventories here, and that should be enough to, like, get all the money here. Also, there's a State of Play Japan happening, like, as of 7 minutes ago. I was intending to watch that, but I guess I'll watch that after this. 'Cause you never know. You never know. Bloodborne 2, am I... Give me more good news, you know? Pikmin's getting an update, New Horizons is getting an update. I don't know if that's good news yet. I mean, it's fine. I've seen, basically, I've already voiced my opinion on it, but, like, I've seen a lot of what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand the hotel. It's like DLC light. What's the idea here? But I don't know. We could also see more updates, right? They didn't say this will be the final update, so it's possible, like, they'll add more to the hotel in the future. Maybe they're just, like, getting this as a basis and going from there. Or maybe they'll bring back other things. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring back the minigames from Mortimer Island. Those were fun. I enjoyed those. And obviously a lot of people think of those very fondly. Because a lot of people are saying, why aren't the minigames here? So, like, that's the thing. But, hey, you never know. Like I said, we won't see Animal Crossing until 2026. Technically, I'm right, but we did get the trailer this year, so that doesn't really count. But that was the basis of there being a new one, not an update. So who knows what's happening at this point. We just have to wait to see if there's any news before, like, January. And if there isn't, then, you know, we just wait to see what happens after it comes out. Because maybe in February or March we'll get more news. Or maybe they'll do a direct, and in the direct, it'll happen. Are they due for another direct? When was the last one? September? I'm very confused. I don't even remember. It was like when Pokopia was announced, right? So, like, I guess we probably won't get another direct this year. So, but I wouldn't expect it to be in January. But maybe it'd be January, February, probably. So who knows what the future holds on that? Yeah, I wanted to watch that presentation, so I'll watch that after. Hopefully it's a quick one where I can like skip through some of this stuff. But yeah, I'll take my time on that. Okay, so apart from like 3 turnips randomly that aren't 100, 3 incomplete bunches, rather. There's 2 at the museum and 1 in C1, so I have to get those. But apart from that, I think everything is now at the store, so that's cool. So I guess like we're in the final stretch, maybe. Like I think apart from this money right now, and again, like here I can drop these, like I can drop this stuff and then grab those like weird amounts of turnips. It's like, yeah. But yeah, so the museum, like, I guess I can double check some of the acres real quick just to make sure the money's all good. Or to make sure there's nothing there. That would probably be a good idea. Like, we bought a bunch here, right? We have everything there. There's no turnips here, so that's all good. And then this acre, we have to drop that, and then 1 more up here. Okay, so this one's good. And again, there's no turnips left here, so that's good. Okay, I think like all the acres look good. I think we've moved everything. I think all the money is sorted out. So we'll just get going on all the stuff by the store. So yeah, we're like an hour and 12 in, so I think that's like it for that's it for all the stuff away from the store. And that's about an hour of buying so far. I'm gonna just drop those here for now. I will see them, obviously, so we're not gonna forget them. And there's nothing that far down. So I guess I can just start here and then work my way up. I would consider splitting the stream into 2 parts, but I have to show up at 5 o'clock for the sale. But if I did that, then I'd have to sell the remaining inventories during the sale, which would mean I'd have to go upstairs, which would be annoying. So then if I didn't do that and I wanted to do a separate stream, then it would have to be like after that, and then that's just like, what are you doing? Then I'm doing 3 streams, and it's like, why? So I'm just gonna push through. We're over halfway, I think. Okay. We're an hour and a half in. think we're like down just to the store acre now. So I think we're getting pretty close. I started at 449 mil, and we're at 473. I should make like 29 mil. Something like that. Actually, wait, how much money did I spend? Supposed? Basically a 4.1 is where I'm at. And if I'm at 4.1, and it's like 28.7 mil, I think that's what we're looking at. And 4 mil would be 28 mil, so yeah, 28.7, I literally just said that. So I should have like, if I was at 449, I should be at like 447? Does that even sound right though? Real quick. That's 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, 6, like 7, 8? There's still like 8 inventories left. And those are 500k each, so that's 4 mil right there. This will put me at 474. So then I'd go up to 478. Depending on what I had in the... Yeah, that's probably about right. That seems about right. Right, because if I add 4 mil to this, then I will be like a little bit shy of where I was. Yeah, whatever. That looks right. The numbers look right. I'm gonna stick with that. So we are almost done, so that's cool. I think at this point, I'm not gonna do anything else today. You know, like I said, like yesterday I was trying to take it easy, but I did get a bunch of stuff done. Today, Spike happened, so that's the priority. And then, yeah, throughout the week we can do some other stuff. I mean, yeah, tomorrow I'll be like, I guess tomorrow night I'll be here. And we'll just check stuff and do a little bit of cleanup. And then Thursday's gonna probably just be a check. That's it. If there's a sale today, our next visitor is going to be here on Friday. So again, like literally tomorrow is just check for Gulliver, check the store, maybe some cleanup. Thursday, same deal, less cleanup. Friday, yeah, we'll maybe have someone busy and that's important. Maybe. Don't want to get carried away. That might not be the case. And then, yeah, we can take it easy this weekend on Animal Crossing, probably. I can just do a quick stream on Saturday at some point, and then Sunday I will do my turnips. So that's cool. Yeah, I guess, yeah, maybe my guess of an hour and 45 is going to be pretty accurate at the end of the day. Kind of seems like it's going to be close to that. I get thirsty. I want to wrap this up so I can take a break. Get some water, all that. Again, I know, I see streamers and they drink water as they're streaming. I don't want to have drinks near my computer. I'm a hazard. I'm a risk. Can't be doing that. But yeah, I already checked all the acres, so as long as the amount that's going in my bank makes sense, then we're all good. And again, last week I had to spend a lot of time getting every acre basically back up, so like I basically verified every acre has the right amount of money last week. Oh, there's still 2 there? Alright, I mean, we're getting there. It feels very close, but we're still like, it's just not quite there. But then yes, I will of course be back between 5 and 6, so I can quickly check the store just to see if there's the shirt I need. You know, we got the last shirt from the we got the second last shirt for fall from the Lost and Found today, which is really good. Then we got the police model, and now we have a Spike. Today's a great day, honestly. And then yesterday we got a raffle item from the fishing tourney, so that was pretty cool. All in all, there's a lot of good stuff happening lately. Again, yesterday was the 11-month mark. So we're in the last month of our first year. This is where I'm going to be making some power moves. We're making money moves. That's what I'm going to claim. I just want to get like I keep saying, I want to get as much done and cleaned up as I can right now. So, and so far it seems to be going pretty well. I would say that the goal is that you know, we're doing it so far. But yeah, I think it's just this. That should be all that we have left. And the numbers should line up. Yeah, I should be in a pretty good spot. I don't know, but like the last inventory might be a little funny. Right, I've been doing 6 every time. Except for the first one. I could do math. Do I want to do math? No, but I guess I could probably do it. Pretty simple. Okay, how many inventories did I buy? 26. Times 15 is 390. And if we divide 390 by 6, we actually have a whole number. It's 65. I've had to do 60. I'll have to have done 65 trips to the store today. So that means we should have one that's just 5. If I'm correct, right? We sold one inventory of 5 at the beginning because I had too much money in my wallet. So if we do this, and it says 65, then we should have just like one that's... Actually, no, wait. No, I'm thinking the logic is wrong. Alright. Why am I thinking about it wrong? Why am I thinking about it wrong? I sold an inventory of 5, which means there's 1 extra. So there should just be 1 left over. I did it in reverse. So again, we're at 141. You're getting pretty close to what I was estimating. Well, now I'm confused. I see 2 full perfect inventories right there. Am I missing one somewhere? I guess I should do a sweep just to make sure that I'm not missing something. Like, the math is there, right? I said 26 times 15. That's how many there are. It's 390. You divide that by 6. And I mean, yeah, 390 is divisible by 6. Right? Because, yeah, sure, right? Makes sense. So maybe I'm missing one? But here's the thing. Every inventory I brought to the store, every inventory I picked up was a perfect inventory of 15. Which means that it shouldn't be in any other acres. It means that there's something here that I missed. Is it possible it's like just... Yeah, there it is. This is what I mean. Like, if you clear cut your town, things would be a lot easier. You know, you could just look and say, oh yeah, look, there's all the turnips. But here it's like, I need to know numbers. That's why, like, when it's expensive and you can only ever sell 5 at a time, it makes it really easy for tracking, you know? Inventories, you buy 15 in inventory. Super easy to work with. Because you're only working in amounts of 5. And it'll only ever be inventories of 5, so you always buy 5. Easy, very simple. In this case, you know, I had to just do that double check. And then, yeah, that was like, hey, there's something missing. But based on the fact that I always pick up full inventories, that's the other thing, right? Like, I don't take half inventories or, like, just an inventory from the other acres. Like, if I go to an acre, I take everything and bring it to the store so I know that I took a full inventory from there, so it's always accounted for. Just so I don't lose things behind trees, because that would be awkward and suck. Okay, so let's see. There's one, yeah. So we have one full inventory here, and there's going to be one turnip left over, and then I'll pick up the mistakes, and I can sell those all together. And that'll be the last inventory, and it is an hour and 45. This is the estimate I gave myself for how long it would take, so I'm right about on the mark. Not too bad. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to get the spike after last week. Because again, oh, this is actually like a repeat of August. That's sick. It's a repeat of August, but even better, mind you. Let me just like mark down everything here because I forgot to. I mean, yeah, like things have been pretty good lately on the turnip front. But if we look at August, we had 2 spikes back to back where I bought 7.2 mil and 5.6 mil. And it was like one was on the Wednesday and the other one was on the Monday. No, sorry. Yeah, that's how it was. Okay. And then like that was pretty cool, right? Because if I look at my turnip numbers sheet, if you look at August, on the 13th I made basically 38 mil, and then on the 18th I made 50 mil. I ran past the turnips like a fool. Yeah, so that was like 88 mil within like the span of a week, which is pretty nuts. And I guess this is not actually, wait, am I gonna be short of that? I think this is gonna be like a little bit worse than that actually, because like last week I made basically 55 mil technically, but there's still 1 mil that's unaccounted for because of like red, but whatever, just go with it. But I'll get like 28 mil. But again, like, yeah, it's a span of 5 days, because it was the 13th to the 18th, now it's the 6th to the 11th. So, basically, we're just running back that insane previous last one. That was pretty good. Anyway, that should be it. I could always double check if I'm really paranoid later, but I'm good for now. I'm gonna get out of here. Let me just put this in the bank, get our number, and then that'll be that. Okay, let's make this nice. Can I make this nice? That's probably about as nice as it's gonna get. So 478775000. That's 28.8 mil, which is about, that is correct, right? I said like, okay. Technically there's a little bit extra money because I had money beforehand that's getting deposited, so like that has to be taken into account, I think. But 28.8 is what it should be, and then it's 83.7 mil. Whereas the other one was 88. So technically, it's 83 mil within 2 weeks, almost 100 mil. Whatever. That's pretty cool. And then if we take that number and copy it, and we put that in the bank one, we are officially over the halfway mark. I need 499.475. I don't know why I said point, because that made 0 sense in that context. But ignore that. Don't worry about it. So here again, reminder, 5 p.m. on the 11th, wardrobe. We need one fall shirt that's in the rare group, so I will show up for that later. It'll be a quick one. There you go. That's our spike. So we got the fall plaid shirt from the Lost and Found today, which is our second last fall shirt. It is a common shirt, so now we only need the rare one, and then we have that. So imagine I get the last 2 all in one day from weird non-standard sources, even though the Lost and Found's pretty standard, but whatever. It would be pretty interesting. It'd be pretty cool. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, we got the police model from Tortimer today, so we're good for 2 weeks. That's when the next event is, the Harvest Festival. That'll be a big day. And we got the fall plaid shirt, which is pretty cool. And we got the spike, which is great. So now I can chill for the rest of the week, and I will do some like work tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. But like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we are halfway. I know my bank account doesn't show that, but we do have all that money outside. So we are definitely halfway. That's really cool. I've hit my goal. That was my goal for like the first year. Now, if I could somehow hit 600 mil, I think 600 mil is too unrealistic of a goal. If I can hit 550 by the 1 year mark, that'd be cool. I would still have like 3.5 spikes to do that, so it's viable. Technically, if I had a max price one and I bought for 3 hours again and I got a spike, then sure, I could probably hit 600 mil. I'm just saying, let's not be greedy. Let's be realistic. So yeah. Anyway, I'm back. I'm done. I'm gonna say I'm back. No, I'm back later. I'll be here for the sale, but that was a great spike. I'm happy. Let's go. I need a break. Bye.